It's 7 weeks until the SBR and the SBL exams. If you're sitting one of them and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed and panicked, don't worry. Here's a 7-week plan that you can use to best prepare for your exam. Whether you're studying alongside work, family, or other commitments, this plan gives you the structure to stay on track. So stick around and find out what to expect each week. So in weeks 1 and 2, what you want to do is to go back to basics. This is all about building a really strong foundation and reviewing the theory side of things for your exam. So if you're taking the SBR, you'll be wanting to focus on all things financial accounting, whether that's reviewing IFRSs, brushing up on your knowledge of group accounting, and so on. Not sure whether a lease should be a finance or an operating lease, and not sure how to account for a defined benefit plan? These first 2 weeks are the ones where you want to be filling in and consolidating that knowledge. If you're doing the SBL, you'll be focusing on all things strategy and leadership related. So things like governance, risk, decision making, and the underlying principles that come up again and again throughout the case study exam. Now, in these weeks, focus on addressing areas that you're less confident in. So the idea is to fill in the gaps in your knowledge and strengthen your understanding of the various theories and topics that you're just a little bit shaky on. Now, in weeks 3 and 4, you want to switch gears. It's now about applying what you know. So you'll want to tackle exam style questions under timed conditions and start developing your exam technique. You might know your theory inside out, but you need to know how to take that theory and apply it to the actual exam. So focus on things like how to plan a strong answer, how to manage your time. Focus on whether you're actually reading the question carefully and answering the question, or answering what you think or want the question to ask. For the SBR and the SBL, it's not enough to just know the theory. You need to know how to apply it in the exam. Week 5 is your chance to step back and take stock. This is where you sit down and think through what's working and what's not working, and then focus on what isn't working. So maybe you're struggling with certain IFRS standards. Now's the time to refine your knowledge a bit. Or maybe you're not completely clear on the details of corporate governance. Now's the time to sort that out. Or maybe you're finding it a bit tricky to keep your answers focused. So you know your theory, but you're finding it hard to actually write them. So now's the time to do a bit more work on answer planning. So the idea is you're stepping back and thinking, in light of the last few weeks, what are some things that I need to work on? So this week is all about consolidation. So it involves targeted revision and small tweaks to your approach that can help make a big difference on the exam day. Now, what you do in week 6 will depend on whether you're taking the SBL or the SBR. If you're studying the SBL, now is the time to carefully explore the pre-seen material. So you want to read it through carefully multiple times. You want to note down anything that looks significant. You want to have your SBL syllabus to hand and think about how the different areas in the syllabus might relate to different areas in the pre-seen material. You want to fill your pre-seen with annotations and summarize the key takeaways. Now, if you're doing the SBR, you will want your focus to stay on application. So you'll want to be practicing complex scenarios, testing your ability to apply IFRSs in judgment-based questions. These are all things that are absolutely key to SBR success. So keep that focus on applying your knowledge of theory to complex scenarios. And finally, week 7 is all about fine-tuning. You see, at this point, cramming in a load more theory isn't really going to help at all, but practice will help. But that said, don't just move from one mock exam to the other. Make sure that between mock exams, you take time to review your performance, figure out any particular learning points, so that when you go into your next mock, you can apply those learning points and hopefully improve. And this practice is going to allow you to go into your exam feeling sharp and ready without burning out. So there we go, a 7-week approach to preparing for your SBR or SBL exam. Now, if you would like a bit of help staying on track, we've put together a 7-week SBL and SBR course that follows exactly this structure. So you'll get key course materials, mock exams, tutor support, and a clear weekly plan to guide you all the way through to exam day. You can check it out via the link below. But whether you join us or go solo, the key is to start now, plan ahead, and take it step by step. So thanks for watching, and best of luck with your studies.